Your car's up.
Welcome, race fans, to Cedarburg Raceway, otherwise known as Fireman's Park, for the third race of the Amsoil Dirt Late Model Series. I'm joined in the booth by commentators Zachary Sterno
What's poppin'?
and Seabass. All right, so the cars are pulling off. We're starting our first heat race. Zach Stern on pole for the second race in a row. Let's hear your picks.
Well, personally, I think I'm looking at that number 8 car. He looked mighty sexy last time around, and I think he can get the dub today. How about you, Zachary Sterno?
I'm tempted to pick my cousin, but I just have a feeling we saw a few drivers in the last heat race get a jump on the outside. Baron Poole, I think, might get that jump on the outside and pull ahead.
All right, as we'll pull into our restart zone and the green flag is in the air for Zach Stern, he'll take the green flag for our first heat race. 10 laps here at this third of a mile racetrack.
Here we go, the number 35 car of, I forget his name, but he's trying to make a move on Zach Stern, but I don't think he can, but Raven Dagan made a move on Barnum Poole.
Yeah, it looked like he got tight, the 35 did, underneath the 8, trying to slid up behind him.
That outside lane here is deadly. As you can see, already Raven Dagan making moves to the inside, and Carl Long is trying to defend, but obviously that high line is not very helpful.
Yes, Raven Dagan trying to go for the lead here, but I don't think he's going to get around fellow teammate Zach Stern. But keep a lookout for Chase George there in the back. He's looking mighty spicy today.
Stern getting that run off the outside. I'm kind of shocked that he's able to do it when we're really seeing no one else is able to.
Well, that kind of middle line there is kind of great in this track. Diving it down low can risk hitting that small tire barrier over there. So that little line with the darker dirt is full of grip and best for Zach right now.
Yes, but that's not working out for the number 35 of, I still forget his name, but however, the 36 car of Raven Dagan's Chloe catching. Okay, Carl Long. Raven Dagan's catching up to Zach Stern pretty quick, but look out, Chase George is right behind.
Caleb Marinelli is outside of the transfer position. He's had a bad start. He needs to start picking up spots now.
Yeah, with just an enemy of that outside lane. As now we'll take a look at him trying to battle Carl Long for that 6th position. He's dropped all the way to 7th.
Yeah,
yes,
Carl Long, it looks like, is taking his line, too. So he's really has nowhere to go right now.
Yeah, the 15 car of Caleb, he's just doing terrible, like freaking usual. Caden Bishop's trying to make a move on Carl Long here, as Barnum Poole almost wrecks the number 14 of Chase George.
15 car here, starting to fall off. I don't know if maybe he's having some sort of issue or something, but he really needs to get it together now. Just 3 laps to go. It's not a lot of time left for him to work his way into the A main. He might.
That's exactly why you shouldn't race for Hose Mad Motorsports, at least according to Caden Bishop, which Caleb Marinelli is currently trying to pass.
Yeah, even Caden Bishop in that one car, CB Motorsports Incorporated equipment, cannot get into that final transfer spot. Carl Long is showing some strength in this race.
Yes. We're coming to the white flag here. Raven Dagan could try to make a move on Zach Stern, but I don't think he has the potential to do it. Meanwhile, Caden Bishop and Carl Long are fighting for that final transfer spot. As it comes to the checkered flag, Zach Stern wins.
Yep. For the
and
second,
Carl Long got the final transfer spot.
For the second week in a row, Zach Stern will take home the Heat Race 1 win and qualify on pole for the main event. Very strong, that 8 car, much like last week at DuQuoin. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey you! Do you want your
eyes
to suffer yet again? Well, I'll be darned. We got the perfect medicine for you.
Jones-filled.
You may know Cater Johns as a popcorn taste tester, but little did you know he's also a professional
actor. Yes, I am.
Welcome back to Cedarburg here. For our second heat racing event, we've got a pretty stacked heat race number 2. Carter Jones on pole, Tanner Campos to his outside. Picks?
Mister.
Go ahead, Zach Stern.
Oh, shoot, that.
I'm liking that pole position seemed to work out really well. I'll go with the 62 of Carter Jones here.
Evans low.
My pick, personally, I'm not going to go with any hose man driver, but I'm going to go with Kylie Greider there in the number 75. I wish Caleb was nearby. Ooh woo.
They'll come to a restart zone. Carter Jones takes the green flag, and already Tanner Campos losing a spot to Kylie Greider as she looks to the inside for the lead.
Kylie Greider trying to make a run around the outside, on the inside. Tanner Campos trying to just exist like freaking always. He's trash.
Kylie and Carter almost made contact right there. Kylie, I think, backed off because of a teammate. But these two almost making contact there, that could have ended up disastrous for both of them. Luckily, they kept it straight. Now Kylie's going for the lead.
Yeah. Again, that outside lane, very costly. Campos all the way back to the 4th position and may lose some ground on Benjamin Deloney.
Yes, Kylie Greider is trying to make a strong move on the outside, but don't think that too quickly, Kylie, because here comes Demo Redneck of all people trying to make a run for second.
One thing I'm starting to notice with these heats is that with where the restart zone is positioned, the inside line is always going to get the jump. It's positioned just on the end of turn 4, not on the straightaway, so the outside line really doesn't have much of a shot here.
Yeah, the short length of this racetrack is causing these lines to be very, very coming to play here, and the restart zone is very important.
Yeah, meanwhile, we got a battle for the transfer spot. Believe it or not, Tanner Campos gets passed by the 0-1, I think, of, who is that?
That's Nick Nelson
Touchdown!
making his first...
Nick Nelson, as there's a touchdown in the background. Good for you.
Okay.
Nick Nelson
Did he score a
is
touchdown?
racing early. He started, I think, towards the back, and he's making up ground now, racing ahead of the 0-0 of Tanner Campos, who once again is struggling.
Yep. It's Tanner Campos outside of the top 5. This could be the second race in a row where Tanner fails to make the A main.
That just shows how trash hose mat equipment is. But look out, Demo Redneck. Here comes Nick Nelson on the outside, outside, and Benjamin Deloney, our MLNCS in the playoffs. He's trying to make a run on the inside, but just can't make it.
Tau Racing has been absolutely dominant so far today. Both top 2 in Heat 1 for both drivers, for Stern and Dagan. Now Carter Jones, Kylie Greider, top 2 here.
A little bit of contact between the 37 and the 0-1 car there as Benjamin Deloney attempts to pass Nick Nelson.
How about Nick Nelson in that 0-1 car? This is his first Amsoil Dirt Late Model Series start, and it looks like he's in a good spot to make the main event.
Well, we got the white flag in the air for Carter Jones as he tries to make a run for, I think, second place. And coming off of turns 3 and 4, Justin Ricci, you take it over for me?
All right, as they come to the checkered flag, it is Carter Jones taking the win in our second heat racing event as Greider, Redneck, Nelson, and Deloney will all make their way into the main event.
Tanner, once again, has to race in the B main.
Very unfortunate for that 0-0 team, as we'll be right back after this commercial break.
I just don't see how we're gonna be able to pay any of these bills.
I guess we could sell my wedding ring.
Yes! Sell your gold to me so that I may melt it down into liquid profit.
It's a cash emergency! Super Pawn Woman to the rescue!
When you need fast cash, don't be pressured into selling your gold. Bring it to Maverick Pawn, where their fast-friendly staff will give you a loan on your precious valuables so you don't lose them forever.
Great deals! Fast cash! It's Maverick Pawn! 357-4911.
Welcome back to Cedarburg. As we've returned for our third heat race, Trevor Davidson, your pole sitter. Big surprise pole winner with Jared Holmes, who was outside.
My pick today is probably going to be, once again, MTH Racing's Trevor Davidson. He's a team owner, Hingham Kringleberry, starting a little bit further back than usual, but I think he can get it done today.
Gavin Grant also on that inside line. I think he's got a chance here. Green flag in the air. They dive into turn 1.
Grant already making up that ground on the inside of Jared Holmes, who started on the outside. Will he suffer the same fate as his teammate in the last heat?
I don't know, but MTH Racing has been looking strong recently, especially with that number 77 car, Trevor Davidson. He has been on fire recently at Model Train Hobbies Racing.
Jared just got swirly right there. He is driving the heck out of that car, trying to keep it in that top 3.
Yeah, as he's losing a position to Marcos Suarez now, and Kyler Scott is right behind him. So unless he can find a gap, which is unlikely, he'll drop out of that top 5 as they're 3 wide. That's going to help Jared find that gap.
Oh, man, 3 wide for the final transfer spot. Brandon out at the bottom, and he's in the barrier.
Scott and Hingle McCringleberry not very happy with each other as Brandon Allen just sneaks right on by.
This is going to be tough. That's another hose mad driver on the cut line right now. Right now, Allen is in the B main. Let's see. Ooh, Scott is wiggling around all over the place. He does not like that car.
Hingle McCringleberry is going to try to make a run back to him, but I think Brandon Allen's going to slow him down a little bit. Meanwhile, Trevor Davidson has just completely taken off.
As Gavin Grant holds that second position, but that gap between first place and second place will grow like the last races, but seems to close up in the closing laps.
Grant keeping him not particularly far away, about a half a second. Running a little bit lower line. I think that's helping Davidson. I think Grant might want to consider getting in his tire tracks to try to close up.
McCringleberry picking off 2 cars in 1 corner. That might help him get to that final transfer spot, and he's battling Brandon Allen for it right now.
Hingle McCringleberry is honestly one of the unsung heroes of any Miss League, honestly. He's had so much bad luck, so much unfortunate luck, and I honestly think he might try and get a win soon. I don't know when.
Well,
he still hasn't quite cleared the 07 yet. Now he does. But now he's giving Brandon Allen another shot to get back to him with 2 laps to go.
Passing has proven to be difficult here, but once you get to that inside and you're able to stick it off the corner, you've got a pretty good chance at taking that car in the next corner. But as we see the white flag this time, Trevor Davidson with a strong lead over Gavin Grant.
Yes, Trevor Davidson has been the man to beat as of recently, but not in regular races. As it come out of turn number 4, Trevor Davidson wins the race, and Hingle McCringleberry makes the final spot.
Brandon Allen once again will be sent to the B main, but he knows how to win the B main. He done that at Eldora.
Toast Mad just struggling with these heat races. That's something that team has to start addressing. They've had 2 drivers miss last time, 2 drivers miss again.
Be right back after these messages.
These tales, we're back to school. Denim, haircut, backpacks, come get your backpack.
Boots and pants.
New shoes, get yourself an outfit. Denim,
Boots and pants.
haircut, new shoes. So get yourself back to school with these tales. Haircut.
Welcome back to the Cedarburg Raceway. As it appears, Giancarlo Urenda has a problem. He's going to merge on the pit road before the race even starts.
That is... Whoa.
It's unfortunate.
I can't... That is terrible for that team.
Honestly, I think my pick for the day is going to be that number 30 of Greg Servia, even though I still hate him. And green flag's out in the air, and Guy Speed, what a gay nerd he is, takes the lead out in the front.
Only nerds lead races, actually.
I mean, it's been a trend as Giancarlo Urenda's merging back onto the track. Can he mess with our leaders?
No,
Whoa! They're going to be 3 wide almost. Ooh. Oh, man.
He is Servia trying to make a run on his teammate, Guy Speed, trying to go on the inside, and they make contact.
Urenda.
Greg Servia into that inside barrier a little bit. That might hurt his car just a touch. We'll see what happens.
Urenda really helped Servia get to that inside of his teammate, and he's looking to take the lead as he's holding that inside lane down the backstretch.
Serbia, owner of the Jamba Juice Cup Series, which I don't know why anyone would do that, is trying to take the lead. Also, he's the most hated Miss-League driver ever. I don't know why, but he just is.
But now he's taking the lead in the heat race. Will he be the first non-pole sitter to win a heat race this evening?
We'll see. Guy Speed has 7 laps to catch back up to him. He's already running that lower line, trying to dive on in there. Not that far behind him.
Just listening to this crowd right now, they are booing this right now. 2 of the most hated drivers in the sport are 1-2 right now. That's just very sad. Who is that? Whoever the 69 is trying to close on him.
Tyler King. His first few races have been very disappointing in the series. Now he's in the top 3 looking to make the A main.
Serbia continues to get that momentum off the corner. Now he blocks Guy Speed's line right here. Just trying to do whatever he can. Just try to throw off his tempo and just keep him behind him.
Meanwhile, we have a battle for 5th place, I believe. We have Brian Leon and Jackson Maine. They're not really being interesting, but they're just there as Greg Serbia continues to lead.
If Brian Leon, though, can get to the inside of Dylan Jones, that would make things really interesting because that gives the 51 a shot to maybe get underneath the 20, and that would be for the transfer spot.
Oh, we're just kind of watching them go round and round as typical NASCAR does, but this is dirt racing, boys. That's a little bit different, thankfully. Also, Dylan Jones is 4th. Can we just acknowledge that for a second?
As now we have 2 laps to go in this. Now it's a white flag. My bad. Greg Serbia leads. Doesn't look like Guy Speed has anything for him.
Here he comes, Greg Serbia. I think he's finally going to do something with his career. Growing immensely. Greg Serbia wins the heat race.
Wow, surprise to many, as Serbia is always the favorite to finish in last. Now he's guaranteed a top 3 spot in these heat races. Maybe top 4, I don't know. As the cars will make their way into the pit lane.
Who's the 69? Why is he still out?
We're going to commercial. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
What's up, boys? Cater Johns here, coming at you with another advertisement. This one is not just a pointless one. It's a filler advertisement just so I do not have to move cars across the finish line for an additional half hour. Let's learn how to make a stop-motion animation. Woo.
Step 1, build the racetrack.
Wow.
Step 2, get some cars.
Vroom, vroom. Vroomity, vroom, vroom.
Step 3, move the cars.
Neum. Neum.
Step 4, snap picture.
Click. Beep, beep. Snap.
Step 5, repeat that same process over 800 times because you simply have no life. Thanks for tuning into Cater Johns' Hot How-Tos. Tune in next time when Cater Johns makes a sandwich.
Welcome to Cedarburg. As we get ready for our B main here, as Caden Bishop is your pole sitter with Tanner Campos to his outside. A lot of big names in this B main that have not locked themselves in to our main event as the pace car is rolling off now.
Tell you what, I'm worried about Tanner here. He's on that dreaded outside line as who is that's going way up high. That looks like they're having an issue.
Jackson Maine.
Yep.
Yeah, Jackson Maine looks like he's having an issue. I'm worried about Tanner being on that outside line. We've seen time and time again how costly that is really for these drivers.
Fortunate luck for the number 51 car. I think, honestly, my pick for this race is going to be that 07 of Brandon Allen. What is going on in the back?
I don't know. Jackson really screwed up that line as he finally makes his way to pit road. Must have had some engine problems or something. As the green flag flies in our B main.
As expected, Caden Bishop with the jump in that one car. Tanner is got to fight hard here to stay in that top 5.
As Brandon Allen tries to make his way around Caden Bishop. I don't think he's going to do it, though. Can he? I think he might. He's getting close.
He's got that
he's
ground.
Gonna dive it down in there. We're gonna see.
And Allen to the lead.
Still side by side. Caden's racing it hard, but Brandon Allen, I think, is gonna eventually have the spot. Yep, Caden went wide. Does Caleb have a shot to get underneath him? He's gonna try it. Dive bomb.
And now it looks like Tanner Campos is on the cutoff line, feeling pressure from Bacon Thief.
Oh, but Bacon's gonna slide up. I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep up with him.
As now
the 07 continues to lead, Philip Marinelli's trying to make a run on the inside lane. He's sliding all over the place as Tanner Campos is really just falling back.
I thought Bacon Thief was about to take out the 00 there, but he doesn't. He gets the good run off.
Yeah. Tanner was able to get to that inside, but Bacon had the speed into the next corner, which is why, and now he's going to lose that spot.
Still fighting hard. He's in that darker strip, but just more distance, and Bacon Thief's going to get back around him. We'll see if he has anything to answer, though.
Well, we have Brandon Allen continuing to lead. Jason Elliott getting surprisingly in like 7th right now. That's rarity. And Tanner Campos, of course, once again is losing. Oh,
but he's got the run here. He might be able to get to the inside.
He's taking a peek. I don't think he's got the speed there through the corner.
No, he does not. He is just trailing behind Bacon Thief like he does every single other race. What a loser.
Here he comes. Ooh. Just getting tight on the bottom here. Just can't, or loose maybe with this dirt. Just can't keep that car where he needs it to be to get in position on Bacon Thief.
As now the gap has been getting larger between the 78 and the 00. Tanner may have used up all of his stuff here, only halfway through, or maybe he's conserving his energy for the final few laps.
I'm going to put money on that he's conserving his energy right now. He's trying to get around that 78, but I don't think he just has enough strength to do so, as Bacon Thief continues to pull away, and Brandon Allen having a pretty solid lead here at Cedarburg.
Bacon Thief is starting to fall off of that pack, though.
Quarters this time, because I think they'd be bored out of their mind right now.
As now we have 10 laps to go. We have just passed our halfway point in this event. Brandon Allen has led almost every lap this race except for the first one or two.
For him. Brandon Allen just making a name for himself recently. He won the MLNCS race at Pocono recently, and he's just been having feelings with his team ever since. And meanwhile, there's his MLNCS teammate, Gilda Marinelli, trying to get around him. But look out for Caden Bishop as he tries to make a move on him.
They're teammates in the ADLMS too, and there's just something about those two that works great together. See here, they're running 1-2.
Don't forget Kylie. Ooh woo.
Brandon Allen, I noticed, is the only one that's running up in that lane. I wonder maybe if that helps the leader running up a lane like that. Just, and definitely not the clean air advantage, but maybe there's just some grip or just the car runs straighter off the corner, but we'll see.
No, never mind that. I made a mistake there, probably.
Yes, the Amsoil logo showed up for no reason, because as we mentioned Kylie.
They want to cut us off, but they can never cut off.
No.
Did you see there? There's lap traffic that these guys are approaching. I don't know. They're probably not going to catch it in the B main, but that's something to pay attention to in the A main. Is that the leaders might catch lap traffic.
Yeah, the A main being double the length of the B main, and as you see, I think that's Pop-Tart running towards the back, about a straightaway in front of these leaders, and that can easily be closed up in the length of the A main.
We're just focusing on lap traffic, and we have the battle for the transfer spot here between Tanner Campos once again and Bacon Thief, of all people, trying to stay up and get into this final race, as he's just holding on for dear life at this point, but I think he might lose it again.
Tanner Campos missing the A main 2 weeks in a row. the MLNCS points leader, that's a shock. But I guess he's just not suited. His driving style is just not suited to dirt.
I guess he's just like William Byron in real life. He's really good at MLNCS, aka iRacing, but he sucks at dirt racing. Big sad.
As that was the white flag in the flagman's hands. 1 to go. Brandon Allen seems to have locked this up. And for the second week in a row, Tanner Campos will fail to advance to the main event.
And meanwhile, Brandon Allen takes the B main win.
Yep. Bacon Thief has had a lot of misfortune in this series, but he's finally made his way into a main event after the spins at Eldora and poor performance at DuCoin.
I think we know where we're going to go with this. We'll be right back after these messages from your local weather station.
Welcome, race fans, to Cedarburg for our main event, the final racing event of the night. Zach Stern settles into the pole position with teammate Carter Jones on his outside.
Zach Stern has been lightning to start the season, second and first to start the year, and now he's got, like a 15-point lead on second already? Just great start to the season for the 8.
I honestly think it's much larger than that. As the pace car will pull off, we'll take a look at our starting lineup. One row at a time. On poles, he has Zach Stern to his outside is the 62 of Carter Jones.
With 2, we got Trevor Davidson and Greg Serbia.
Row 3 features the other 2 Tower Racing machines, Raven Dagan and Kylie Grader.
Gavin Grant, Guy Speed, make up row 4.
Marco Suarez and Tyler King are row 6.
Barnpool, Benjamin Deloney, row 7.
Holmes, Dylan Jones, row 8.
And that's the farthest we can get, boys.
And no one cares beyond them anyway.
Yeah.
They'll probably all finish in the back.
Yeah.
Other than Jared Holmes, because Jared might be the guy I'm keeping my eye on as far as making aggressive moves to get to the front.
There goes the pace car, pulling onto pit road.
Keep an eye on Zach Stern, Trevor Davidson. Well, just keep an eye on like the first 4 cars, honestly. As they head into the Geico restart zone. Here we go. I can't wait for this. Here we go. Green. Boogity. Let's go dirt racing, boys.
Oh, Zach Stern, Carter Jones. That might have been a perfect restart for Carter. Let's see if he can clear Davidson off turn 2. No, it looks like Davidson's going to get his nose in there.
Close contact with the 77 and the 62. As the 77, I think, is actually trying to pass Cater Johns. What a shocker. Meanwhile, Bacon Thief continues to be irrelevant.
3 wide back here.
Whoa! Hingle McCringleberry being aggressive.
He always aggressive, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, his name is Hingle McCringleberry. He has to do something to be taken seriously.
As we must have missed that, Carl Long also having some trouble. A lot of cars having mechanical issues as they're 3 wide just about everywhere.
Well, we got a big rivalry battle right now. This transferred over from the NASMs and the MLNCS. Hingle McCringleberry and Jared Holmes. They have never liked each other since day 1. I never figured out why, but they just hate each other.
As we got another 3 wide situation up in front of them. Deloney.
You see a Barnpool being aggressive right there. Lost the car. Couldn't really get 3 wide there.
Well, on the back, Guy Speed doesn't have any speed. Ironic to his name. Demo Redneck's trying to get around him.
Ooh, you saw Kylie Greider there trying to dive to the inside, but Marco was not having any of that. Takes the spot away.
Marco, being one of the most aggressive drivers in the field, some of you fans at home may find it a surprise.
Well, can we just acknowledge that MTH Racing has a car in second place right now, and he could make a move on Zach Stern? What a shocker.
Yeah.
But that gap's been pretty constant the last few laps, and you see, now he's getting worked on by the 9 of Gavin Grant, who's gotten around Raven Dagan for third.
As Hingle McCringleberry is attempting to make a move around Kylie Greider, but Greider is just blocking like usual, like typical Ryan Newman.
Well, you see a lot of side-by-side action still. We didn't really see this in either of the mains. You see Carter try to split the middle between Marco Suarez and Raven Dagan. But these cars, these are all the best of the best cars. They're all pretty even. So it's
like contact there between the 37 of Benjamin Deloney and the 24 of Barham Poole. Chase George almost spins him out.
Oh, they made contact. A lot of contact there. Trevor Davidson trying to look, but Zach Stern is ripping away.
Don't speak too soon, Zachary Sterno, because Trevor Davidson, he's got a car to beat right now.
Yeah.
Could MTH Racing their first ever win in the ADLMS, the Amsoil Dirt Mile Racer, whatever you call it?
Here's the thing, that gap's been pretty constant the last few laps. He's been putting a lot of pressure on him, but Zach Stern has been able to handle it. Being last week's winner, we know he can handle that pressure.
Gavin Grant just kind of slid up there a little bit as Benjamin Deloney, here he comes, trying to make a run for it.
Deloney, a 3-time winner in the MLNCS, leader in the series in wins, trying to get his first ADLMS win and prove he is good on the dirt. He's up to third.
Also, Hingle McCringleberry's been moving up pretty good. And Deloney's still trying to make a move around Davidson, but I don't think he's got enough chance. And Jared just almost slid up there.
Jared's worked his way from the back all the way up to 7th, and he's still climbing. I would expect him to maybe be able to get around Marco Suarez pretty soon.
Marco Suarez is kind of irrelevant in MLNCS, and he's kind of irrelevant here, so big sad.
Oh, no.
That gap now between Stern and Davidson is starting to grow. Deloney, meanwhile, is working Davidson overtime trying to get around him for second.
Yes. Deloney, I think, has a chance to get around the 77 of Trevor Davidson, but Davidson's also trying to make a move around Zach Stern. I don't think, can he make it? Probably not, but who knows?
I think Benjamin has a faster car in that 37 CB Motorsports Incorporated equipment, but he's stuck behind that 77.
Well, you see the 15 and the 75 here. They both started up front. That's how bad this outside line is. You see Kayla Marinelli split the middle. Kylie Greider started 6th, and she's back to now looks like 21st.
As there's 3 wide with Demo Redneck on the inside.
Demo Redneck, one of the unsung heroes. He's kind of a journeyman in the MLNCS and ADLMS. I don't think he's in the MLNCS, but he's trying to make a good move around him right now, and Kyler Scott's just kind of existing like usual.
Yeah, Kyler Scott, 2 wins in the MLNCS, but really hasn't been heard from since, and dirt is not his element. We've seen that this 17 car has shown flashes of speed, but hasn't really been consistently good on any regular basis.
And big sad for Carl Long. He's in the pits. I don't know why, but he's just in the pits. Also, Raven Dagan's having a little bit of trouble too. He started up near the front. Now he's all the way back there, Mikey.
That's just how bad this outside line is. Whoa, you see Caden Bishop there almost contact with Carter Jones as he lost the car a little bit.
This guy's speed around Bacon Thief, and look out, Jared Holmes. Suarez just got passed by Hingle McCringleberry as they almost had a little bit of contact there. I don't know if they're going to keep that up. I'm surprised how well he's doing, by the way. That's a little bit shocking.
Looking at that 28, he is much closer to that inside barrier than anyone else. He's almost wall riding it. He's just cutting off as much of that track as possible, and it's paying off for him. He's challenging Barham Poole for the 5th spot. Barham Poole, I mean.
Benjamin Deloney just whacked Hingle McCringleberry's teammate, Trevor Davidson. I don't know if he's going to put up with that. He probably will, but who knows. As Zach Stern continues to lead every single lap, just like Caleb Marinelli did at the Old Spice race. It's weird how Zach Stern's really good at dirt, but he sucks at MLNCS, and Caleb's really good in the MLNCS, but sucks at dirt. How ironic.
Zach Stern just in his element on dirt. Not real. His driving style not really equipped to handle the big aerodynamic dependent MLNCS cars. But this dirt series right here is right up his alley, and he's showing it. Led all, how many laps was this last week? I forgot.
45.
And so far he's led
no,
all
20, my bad.
today. 20 laps last week, and so far he's led 23 today. Now up to 24.
Well, Engel McCringleberry and Barham Poole, they almost had a little bit of contact there again. And Benjamin Deloney just riding the back bumper of the 77 to Trevor Davidson.
I wonder if Trevor Davidson is more in protect mode right now than attack. That 37 behind him is a lot closer to than the 8 car out front. So maybe he's trying to split his attention, but he's definitely seemed to put a lot more of it on blocking and defending Deloney than on going and attacking the 8.
And it seems like that 37 car may be one of the only drivers in this field that has the speed to challenge Stern, but he's stuck behind the 77 before he can think about challenging that 8 car.
But I have a little bit of a theory here. Could Trevor Davidson be slowing the field behind to let his teammate Engel McCringleberry catch up, and they could do a 1-2 thing, kind of like push each other to the win? Who knows? MTH Racing is capable of anything.
If he's trying to do that, then he really needs to stop doing it now, because they're coming to 12 laps to go. McCringleberry doesn't have time to get to him, and you can see there he's falling back.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a caution yet. That's a rarity in this series, but what do you know? At least this isn't the Chicago race in the MLNCS.
These last 2 races in the series have been run caution-free. I guess these drivers saw what happened to Marco Suarez at Eldora, and they do not want that to happen to themselves.
True. So can we just acknowledge that Engel McCringleberry in the MLNCS, he finished 6th at Coda, and now look where he's at now. He's going to finish 6th again. I don't know.
Kylie Greider has found her way to the bottom. She's starting to pass cars again. Looks like up there you see Carter Jones, I think, is starting to make some inroads. He fell to last at one point, but he's making some inroads back towards the top 15.
And Greg Servia started inside the top 4, known as the biggest loser on NASCAR Amino, and he's proving it running towards the back of this A-main pack.
Did I see the 37 to the inside of the 37 for second?
37 to second place. But why are we focusing on guy speed? We don't really care.
There's a battle for second. Why are we looking at Jared Holmes? He's not that important.
We no longer have great camera crews, and now our cameramen have noticed the lead change.
Cameraman is big gay.
Deloney to second. Let's see if Gavin Grant now can do something with that 77, and if Deloney can do something with the 8.
I think, honestly, Benjamin Deloney might have a chance to win. Have a chance, as the MTH Racing number 77 is he's just falling back. I don't know what happened to him. He's just not had any luck recently.
And Deloney is slowly creeping in on Stern, but once again, Stern takes the defensive line right there. But Deloney is running that lower line again, but Stern is just so comfortable in that upper line. I don't think that Deloney can actually pass him here.
Yes. Deloney might have a shot at it, though. We're going into 3 to go. Who knows what could happen in the last 3 laps of this race? Honestly, could Zach Stern go 2 in a row? Let's find out.
He closed the gap up here. Stern leaves the bottom open again, but Deloney not able to get there.
It's just so close for Benjamin Deloney to get his first Amsoil dirt model late race win. But Zach Stern already has one already. Can they hold him off?
I think that Deloney has the speed in 1 and 2, but Stern really pulls away in turns 3 and 4.
I think that speed in 1 and 2 is misleading, because Stern is running the higher line, trying to get back here.
Since they almost have a little bit of contact there, seems that it's only going to be a battle between first and second right now. Nobody else is going to catch up as we're coming to the white flag.
Davidson off the pace.
1 lap to go for race leader Zach Stern. Can he repeat as Deloney to the inside, coming to the final corner? Does that 37 have anything for him? Does not look like it.
The flag is in the air. Zach Stern is going to win at Cedarburg.
Holy crap, 2 wins in a row for the 8.
2 in a row for Zach Stern and 3 in a row for Tao Racing. That team has been very strong all season long, as now he'll burn it down.
We'll see if he figured something out from that last race. Oh, he did! He's burning it down, Mikey!
Pretty decent burnout so far. Is he going to run into the wall? Yeah, he did it.
He almost went into the stands. I don't think that's legal.
I think there's a catch fence, though, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about the grass.
And let him burn out in the grass. It's the grass. No one cares. It's going to get mowed anyway.
People down there.
I mean, it's really the only way he can pick up some smoke during this burnout, so he's been using that a little bit as he slams it into the wall again. So finally...
Drivers never learn when they do burnouts. They always slam the wall.
How is Zach Stern this bad at burnouts? This is his 2nd in a row.
Well,
at least it's not Giancarlo Urenda.
Pierce Stern will pull it in. He's not done yet. He's going to try a reverse burnout.
Woohoo! He loves his reverse burnouts.
Got a lot of smoke on that one, as now we'll finally pull it in. Special thanks to commentator Zachary Sterno and Seabass for joining me in the booth for this one. Thank you all for watching. Let's look at today's race results.